Hello and welcome to our fabulous listeners. I'm your host, Moira Geary, and this is your Positivity Project. For those of you that don't know me, I'm an author and speaker, and I have a personal development company. And I specialise in teaching people who are stressed, overwhelmed, procrastinating, and are driven by fear how to live more enriched, courageous, and calmer lives.
There's a very powerful experience to be had in the practice of gratitude, isn't there?
Oh, BB, absolutely. I mean, it's just mind-blowing from so many different angles. And I know that some people watching this will absolutely connect into and understand and be, really enjoy the whole concept of manifestation and how we manifest things. So I'm talking about quantum physics now and quantum science.
No, there's no point in that at all. I won't understand you. Bring it down
I'm
to
not
my
going
level.
to. I'm not going to. I'm absolutely not going to. And to be honest, what the bit I know that we know very little. So there's lots more to learn. But no, I'm not going to go
No,
into that.
you and Deepak Chopra, he's always going on about quantum thinking.
Yes,
the two
and
of you are
Dr.
in it.
Joe Dispenza is another person I really enjoy, and there are lots of others. But
Yeah.
not to go deep into the science of it, but bring it back to the basics of gratitude and the practice of gratitude. So a lot of people in the field of learning how to manifest nice things into their lives, they're taught the concept of, if you have a gratitude journal and you do your little gratitude pieces every day, which I would highly recommend people do, that's really important. Well, what I've discovered, because I do teach a lot on this, and we do run events on Wealthy Minds events and things like that, where we align people to help them to get closer to that vibration where they can manifest nice things into their lives. But what I find is a lot of people are doing their gratitude because if I don't do it, then nothing good will happen. So that's a fear-driven process.
Is that a kind of superstition almost?
A little bit. And all superstition would be fear-driven. But it's really important that why would you allow yourself to feel fearful on the inside when you
Wait
could
a
feel
minute.
love?
You're dead right. Well, my mind wandered there.
Yeah.
Why do you not walk under a ladder?
Yeah.
Because you're afraid it'll
Yeah.
fall down top of you.
Yeah, or you're afraid something bad will happen because somebody told you that.
Yeah,
And it's
a
a
load
belief
of
system.
nonsense.
It's a belief system. Yeah. Actually, what I've done with all superstitions now is I've chose to actually change the belief system. So I believe now that when you walk under ladders, that it's lucky.
Yeah.
That actually plays out for me as well.
I actually disregard
Yeah.
them. I walk under them anyway.
Yeah. Very good. So,
But gratitude,
So
yeah.
in relation to gratitude, so bringing it back. So when we do a gratitude practice, the idea is, the correct way to do it is that when you say thank you and you feel it, it's not about writing it, it's about feeling it. So if I think of the things that I'm grateful for today, I not only think them, I bring my attention down into my body and allow myself to feel the feelings of gratitude. Because when I feel gratitude, that has to mean that I am abundant.
I don't quite understand that.
Okay, so if I wasn't grateful, that would mean I didn't have something.
Right.
When I'm saying I am grateful and I'm feeling grateful, it has to mean internally that I actually have things in my life that I'm grateful for.
For example, if you express gratitude about the fact that you have a roof over your head,
Yeah.
then it makes you aware of the fact that you're one of the lucky ones.
Absolutely.
You're not the homeless person.
Absolutely. And the important thing is that you feel it.
Yeah.
As well as think it, okay? So that's really, really, really important. But I think that a lot of people miss out on even more simple ways, probably, of gratitude. So we were all taught manners, well, most of us anyway, as kids. And when we're in shops or in restaurants or whatever, and we say thank you a lot, but not many of us feel it. So if you're in a shop and somebody gives you your change back and you actually literally feel the feeling of the gratitude for that person for serving you in the shop, that is a very powerful feeling of gratitude. So it's not necessary that we have to write. I mean, it's lovely to have a journal, and it's a very good practice because it allows you to become consciously aware of doing a practice. But it's also very important to feel the feeling of gratitude as often as you can during the day.
Now, may I ask you on that note, when you're in the shop and you are mindfully, I would call it, expressing gratitude to the person who served you, is it guaranteed that that other person will always pick it up?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
No. Depends on the person.
Yeah.
And it's not our responsibility to make that happen either.
No.
We can only be responsible for ourselves. However, if we felt that it was going to help the person and they were open to it, then absolutely. But no, it would be for ourselves. And the other thing that's really important to point out on this is that when we're feeling gratitude, which is very much, a feeling of love, you can't feel fear. So why would we not choose to do this more often? Because when you're feeling grateful for something, you're feeling abundant, and you're feeling, it's a very positive emotion, which means that even chemically in our bodies that we're secreting those lovely, beautiful hormones that are, like our endorphins and our
They're happy
dopamine
making
and
things.
Exactly. Rather than I have to do my gratitude journal, which is like stress driven, which is, so what that's creating is more cortisol in your body. So all of these practices are great, but I would always check in with people and ask them, how are you actually doing them? What's the motivation behind you doing your gratitude? If it is because you feel abundant, then bring it on, keep doing it.
What do you think, because this is sometimes a thing that I tell my own clients, that when you wake up in the morning, just think of 3 things that you should be grateful for.
Absolutely.
Instead of thinking, will the traffic be bad today? Where are my keys? What am I going to do with that problem? Because I believe that sets us all up for a nice positive day.
Absolutely.
Am I on the right track there?
I would absolutely agree with you. Absolutely. And another little example I would give a little bit like that with people is sometimes imagine that you've dropped out of a spaceship from another planet where there are things that don't, or here things exist that don't exist there. And if somebody drops into your life and they go, oh my God, you've got a house. There's lighting on the streets. You've pavements to walk on. What's this running water?
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's electricity.
Yeah, I've seen all of that.
Clean water, all of that. Like, I mean, sometimes we're just so used to what we have that we just are not aware of all the things that we are grateful for.
And that's probably a good reason why, if we could create the opportunity, we should go and live, as I did, in a developing country for a while. Because I remember when I used to come back to London and Ireland from India, one of the things that would always almost stagger me was that I'd say, oh my God, you can drink the running water.
Yeah.
And every day we take that for granted.
Absolutely.
May we finish this off by my telling you a little thing that I do?
I'd love to hear it.
On the gratitude front.
Yeah.
Well, I'll ask the clients to write down the 3 things and then 3 more. And they'll very often write children, their own children, their siblings, their partner, all of those things. Job maybe as well, shelter as well. But I always bring them back to what I think is the most basic thing that we should be grateful for when we wake up. And that is breath.
Yes.
We're still alive.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.